I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I do believe George Stephanopoulos actually asked a pretty good question here.
Are you confident the Democrats didn't leak that letter? And how do you respond to Senator Graham's charge that it was inappropriate for the Democrats to refer Dr. Blasey Ford to a lawyer?
Now, instead of answering the question that George Stephanopoulos asked, she goes straight into an attack on Kavanaugh.
See, all of these things do not focus on what we should be focusing, which is the credibility of Judge Kavanaugh. That's what's before us right now. And all kinds of other studies or investigations that can occur. But right now, what we need to focus on is our ability as senators to do our advice and consent job to determine whether Judge Kavanaugh is credible, whether he was candid with us, whether his demeanor, by the way, in accusing Democrats of some kind of a conspiracy to do him in was so bizarre. And by the way, even as all of these accusations about this being politically motivated are being tossed around, everyone acknowledges, including Judge Kavanaugh, that Dr. Ford is not being politically motivated. That is very clear. So
now that she successfully avoided answering the question, she starts questioning whether or not the FBI will do a thorough job.
So that brings us to the crux of whether or not this FBI investigation is going to be thorough. I would think that that is what Senator Flake had in mind, that it would be a thorough investigation that would enable us to determine the character, credibility, and indeed we saw in Judge Kavanaugh's behavior, questionable demeanor.
Well, this is a surprise. George is actually making another good point here.
Well, it is. It's happening right now. We know it's going to be going on this week. You heard Senator Graham there say that, you know, what you saw Judge Kavanaugh, you've raised questions about his temperament, but he was simply a man defending his honor, and people have a right to be angry when they're defending their honor.
Well, see, when he kept saying that I didn't do it, then why wouldn't he call for an FBI investigation?
Maybe because he shouldn't have to prove his innocence. You should have to prove his guilt. This woman is a partisan hack that will do anything that she can to stop Kavanaugh's confirmation.